One of the 21 people shot downtown Friday says he didn't think he'd live to tell his story. He's sharing it tonight with Aaron Maben, who joins us live on the exact spot where that teen was shot. Aaron, tell us about it.
Hey, Ted, Deshaun James was shot in this area of Water and Juneau on Friday night. He says at one point he didn't think he was going to make it out of this area alive. So when he was on the ground, he says he picked up his cell phone and started saying his goodbyes.
I just wanted to speak to everybody one last song and let them know that I cared about them.
Wow, man, that's tough, man. That's just a tough situation, man. My God. Like, that's like out of Hollywood script. No one wants to be in that situation. My God, man. And he made it through. This is the stand, man. This is the stand. People making these, living this every day. Every day.
As people scrambled and bullets flew around him, an injured Deshaun James focused on calling the people he loves.
To let them know, like, that I might die.
James is one of the 17 people hurt after shootings at Water and Juneau Friday night.
I don't think that people had any idea where the shots were coming from, where to run.
James says he was in the area to watch the Bucks game, heading home when people started shooting. He says he was caught in the crossfire.
It's like you looking and they're shooting. It wasn't time to run.
Shot twice.
One went in the butt, and then another one went through the butt and hit my hip and fractured my hip. It exploded and like cracked my hip open.
The basketball player underwent surgery. Now he's back on his feet.
A sharp pain that comes in and out.
He says he plans to work through the pain.
I'll still go to college, graduate with a zoology degree, and work with animals.
Focus.
Well, that should be an easy transition, considering you've been living with animals.
I'll still go to college, graduate with a zoology degree, and work with animals.
Focusing on his future.
And help people see, like, that you can still move past probably minor little things.
And James says he wants people to stop going to guns and violence during conflict situations. We're live tonight in downtown Milwaukee. Aaron Maben, Fox 6 News.
We are wishing him a speedy and full recovery. Aaron, thank you.
For months, Alexis McDaniel has been asking who killed her son, 17-year-old Jalen Jones. Tonight, police gave her an answer.
I wanted him to look me in my eyes, and I wanted him to know that you don't win.
How many of y'all are so happy, and I mean so happy, elated, overjoyed that this woman didn't say she was forgiving this guy? So that's what I thought she was going to say, man. I thought she was going to say she forgave him. I was like, golly, man. Forgive him? Like, listen, man, I'm not saying that these sisters got to ask for a fade, man. I'm just saying that don't forgive the guy that killed your precious little son, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's disrespectful, man. So I'm glad that this sister didn't do that, man. Salute, sis.
I wanted him to look me in my eyes, and I wanted him to know that you don't win.
The eyes she looked into today were those of 17-year-old Taquan Henderson, who was facing a first-degree murder charge in Jones's death. Police say on the day Jones went missing, he told people he was going to see Tay. Police found Jalen's body 3 days later in a Germantown creek, along with boots and jeans that had DNA on them, including Taquan Henderson's.
We believe that there may be other contributing individuals involved in this investigation.
Both Jalen and the accused killer were students at Northwest High School. Police say they are still following the evidence to figure out why one high schooler would kill another and who else may be involved. For whomever that may be, McDaniel has a message for them.
These people who killed my child, they're just hurt people. Nevertheless, they have to pay for what they've done. And we won't stop until we catch all of them, and we will catch all of you. Your ship is sank already. We know who you are. We're just waiting.
Police and the state's attorney are asking for anyone who may know more about what happened to Jalen Jones to contact them, emphasizing that people need to put their trust in them in order to keep this community safe. In Montgomery County, Colby Satterfield, WUSA 9.
All right, we have brand new information now in a Capitol riot case. A man from Arlington County has been arrested in connection with the insurrection. Our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack, has been following this case closely. And Flack, I understand the FBI knew about this guy for a while now, but only arrested him yesterday. Why?
Hey, Zoe. Well, it's really just another indication of the massive scope of this Capitol riot investigation. The Department of Justice says it was January 7th, 2021, the day after thousands stormed the U.S. Capitol to stop the certification of the presidential election, that the FBI National Threat Operations Center received an online tip reporting Doug McCray of Arlington, quote, posted on Facebook pictures and video of him invading Congress. The images allegedly included a selfie of the 59-year-old outside the Capitol building, then later inside with the caption, quote, I made it deep into the Capitol building. The FBI would later identify McCray in closed-circuit security cam video as well, entering...
Wow. Such a threat, man. He's out of control, man. You got to put this guy down. I don't even think rehabilitation penal system is any chance of rehabilitating this guy. You need to just put him down, man. Look at the way he's holding that phone. I mean, he's probably the one that had that Sunman cop. The cowardly Sunman cop that ran. Not the one who shot Ashley Babbitt, because he did. I guess he did what he was supposed to do. But the Sunman cop that ran and then got invited to the inauguration. He probably was running from this guy. Because, look how he's holding that cell phone, man.
The FBI would later identify McCray in closed-circuit security cam video as well, entering and walking around the Capitol with other rioters. McCray is not accused of any violence on January 6, now facing 4 misdemeanor charges for his alleged actions. Investigators first interviewed McCray in April of last year, at which time he admitted to being inside the Capitol January 6th. But with the sheer number of Capitol riot cases continuing to pile up on the FBI's desk, McCray was not arrested until yesterday. We left messages for a Douglas McCray listed in Arlington, but thus far we have not heard back. It is unclear if this is McCray's first run-in with the law. Those without a criminal record who have pled guilty to misdemeanors like this one related to January 6th rarely receive any significant jail time. So,
what is significant jail time mean? 10 years, 20 years? What do they mean by that? I'd like to know. Somebody in the chat, help me out.
It is unclear if this is McCray's first run-in with the law. Those without a criminal record who have pled guilty to misdemeanors like this one related to January 6th rarely receive any significant jail time. So,
all right, Flack, thank you. And it's been a little more than 16 months since the January 6th insurrection. And according to the Department of Justice, as of Monday, more than 790 defendants have been charged. Nearly 300 have pled guilty or been convicted. Their crimes range from misdemeanor parading charges to felony counts of assaulting police and seditious conspiracy. And investigators, they are nowhere near finished. Get this, the FBI says it's trying to identify more than 350 people believed to be connected to that attack. And we do have a team dedicated to covering the Capitol riot investigations, of course. Just open your phone's camera and point it at that QR code to sign up for our Capitol Breach newsletter. We will email you updates every week and, of course, when big news breaks. Les?
Scary scene that you'll only see on Local 10 News. The Fort Lauderdale family watching in fear as a man tried to break into their home. And Local 10's Christian De La Rosa is live now with what the video shows for us tonight. Christian.
Calvin, it happened right here in the Poinsettia Heights neighborhood. It is scary and it is bizarre.
This is my house.
He is a total stranger walking up to this Fort Lauderdale home that doesn't belong to him and threatening to break in.
You have 5 minutes until I start doing something. Now the intruder in my house.
He is also...
How many stories have I done like this, man? Y'all worried about January 6th, man. January 6th came and went. And we already had another January 6th since January 6th. This, though, this happened every day, man. Something been crazy, man. I just did a story a couple weeks ago. The son man tried to roll up in the brother's house and take over his house in Atlanta area. I've done stories like this. I can't tell you how many stories I've done like this in my YouTube since 2017, since I started on YouTube. This every day, man. Y'all want to talk about the Buffalo shooter and compare him to Dylan Roof? Well, between him and Dylan Roof, that was 10 years, man. So if that happens once every 10 years, man, in a nakedly racist, irredeemably racist country that y'all say it is, you know, you're doing real good, man, if that happens every 10 years. This happening every day, man. It's getting worse, man. Brother just rolling up, declaring your house. This right here is only going to get worse.
This is my house.
He is a total stranger walking up to this Fort Lauderdale home that doesn't belong to him and threatening to break in.
You have 5 minutes until I start doing something. Now the intruder in my house.
He is also heard speaking to the voice automated assistant on his smartphone, asking for an opinion on what he should do next.
I have lots of opinions on things like music, movies, and books.
The couple inside is heard begging the man to leave, but he refuses. And instead, he is seen moving trash cans in an apparent attempt to barricade the family inside.
Now, these are some gliders because they begging them to leave. These may be some middle class, you know, exceptional Sun people. But I'm erring on the side that these either some gliders or some glider on burritos, man. Glacier on burritos. Now, if one of these gliders comes out and put a hole in this guy's chest, there will be protest. There will be, his family will demand answers. And they'll claim that the footage that they would see, that the police would give them, would be edited. It's edited and doesn't show the full. They didn't have to shoot him. Why didn't they call the police? That'll be what's said. Because, you know, the police is killing us and chasing us around, but, you know, they it's like a lily pad. Frogs and they just jump from one day of no shame. Why didn't you call the police? Of course, he has mental health issues. There's a mental health crisis and all this junk. This is only going to get worse.
And instead, he is seen moving trash cans in an apparent attempt to barricade the family inside. As he continues to claim this is his house, he even breaks entry into the home's backyard. The residents inside, witnessing this scary and bizarre encounter, called police, who responded and located the man, but did not make an arrest.
So they didn't make an arrest. How many of y'all remember the video I did, I want to say a week ago, the faithful Ock Nation viewers? Remember this term? Involuntary transport? So they were saying that, yeah, you know, you need to send social workers with the cops because it leads to, you know, less involuntary transfers, where, basically arrests, transports. And he was saying that, because they use social workers, because this initiative out here, I think it was Alexandria, Virginia, they started sending one cop and one social worker to, certain calls. And they led to, 13% involuntary transports. And 45% of those, interactions with these cops and these social workers and these people, 45% of them were resolved on the scene. Remember that? Remember this guy? Yeah. The majority of them, when you send social workers out there, is resolved on the scene, and the person doesn't have to be arrested. And I was telling you, man, cops don't arrest everybody. These some people have played the biggest con on the world. They don't always get arrested either when the cops show up. Cops don't arrest these some people all the time.
As he continues to claim this is his house, he even breaks entry into the home's backyard. The residents inside, witnessing this scary and bizarre encounter, called police, who responded and located the man, but did not make an arrest.
Want to go in and get out my house now before I go ahead and start?
So a spokesperson for the Fort Lauderdale Police Department tells me that at the time when officers responded, they weren't able to collect enough evidence to prove that a crime was committed. That's why they allowed this man to go. But they tell us they want to hear from the community. If anyone out there recognizes this man and has had a similar encounter with him that may amount to a crime.
Glider, man. Glider, man, going for a walk in his neighborhood, man. You better have something on you, at least a pocket knife or something, man. Glider, man. Things have changed, man. It ain't how it used to be, man. This the South, too. This Florida. The South. You can't get no souther than Florida, man. The South. Yeah. Son, man, can't catch a break down in the South. That's what we was told, right? Can't catch a break, man. Everybody's out to get him, man. And this guy right here just skipping through daisies, walking on clouds, man. He got it good, man. He's got a privilege, man. Look at the way he's just walking. The way he walk. He just walk like he got privilege.
Department tells me that at the time when officers responded, they weren't able to collect enough evidence to prove that a crime was committed. That's why they allowed this man to go. But they tell us they want to hear from the community. If anyone out there recognizes this man and has had a similar encounter with him that may amount to a crime, they want to hear from you. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Christian De La Rosa, Local 10 News.